unbeaten fighters and major performers. I can't tell you how excited I am about this.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with MTK Global. We're in Belfast here for the final press conference for Frampton-Donaire. Live this week on BT and BoxNation.
Very live, a live fight, a real fight, a proper fight for the fans.
We know you're about the fans, Frank.
I'm about the fans.
This is a fantastic fight to bring to Belfast. Someone as coveted as Yarde-Johnson in his career, 4-weight world champion, 5-time world champion. Incredible.
Well, he's the best foreign fighter, and you know all the Irish press. They're quite, you know, the Irish boxing press. They're quite astute guys. He's, in their opinion, and certainly in my opinion, the best foreign boxer that's ever come to Belfast. And Carl's got his hands full. You know, I mean, they were very respectful to each other. They're both superb ambassadors for the sport. When you listen to Yarde, he's not like he's some, you know, washed-up guy. He's very articulate. He's bright. He's on the ball. He fancies the job, and I think Carl's going to have his hands full on Saturday.
It's not a given, but if obviously we're hoping Carl Frampton is successful, you're talking about the options for him moving forward. There is a possibility of obviously him fighting the winner of Selby and Warrington, but also primarily the situation with Oscar Valdez, which is a little bit unclear regarding whether he'll vacate or whether he'll be fit to defend, etc.
Let's get over Saturday first. That's the most important thing. You know, you've got to be in a position to have the luxury of those choices. So all I'm focused on, I'm sure Carl is more than anybody, is Saturday night. And let's get that out of the way, then we'll see where we go with it.
I know you obviously made some references in the press conference today, Frank, but it is unfortunate, we spoke about this before, that this week there is a clash of shows. I know press conference has been moved to not to clash, which was good on your behalf to do that.
There's not a clash of shows. There's a show and there's a fight program. There's a proper fight show. So I don't call it a clash. What it is a clash of two TV companies putting on boxers, and we've got the show that matters. It's a real top quality show from top to bottom of the card. You know, involving real fights. Amir's having his first fight back. He's been out the ring for a couple of years, coming off of 2 bad knockouts, and you'd expect him to fight the guy he's fighting. I mean, I'm doing this. I'm going. You know, it's the same thing happened with Tyson Fury. He's got to get back into the swing. I understand that, but take that fight away. Take his comeback away on all the, you know, the brouhaha and everything about, you know, him being on Celebrity. What's it? I'm in the jungle, get me out of here, and also all the nonsense in the paper, the unfortunate stuff with all his family and that. Take that all away, and it is what it is. There's nothing on the undercard of what you would think is, you know, what a boxing fan wants to see. We have it all. We have a fantastic main event. We have a fantastic mandatory defence of Zoloni Teti against Navarez, 3-time world champion. We have that on there. We've got some great fights on the undercard, great local Irish derbies, passionate fights. There'll be a lot of passion in there. Place is sold out. It's going to be electric. So there's no comparison. The unfortunate thing is, whatever way you look at it, the audience will be split. And that's not good for boxing, because whereas you got a great rating last time, and maybe Amir Khan got a great rating last time, it's going to affect each other. And that's not really where we should be as a sport. It's like us whoring ourselves out as a sport. It's stupid. It should not be happening. It doesn't happen in any other sport. Why they do it to boxing, I do not know. And I'm really disappointed it's happened. But there you go. At the end of the day, we've sold all our tickets. We've got a great show, and we're delivering to the fans what they want, which is great quality boxing.
Obviously last week, Frank, we had the big announcement about Tyson Fury's return on June the 9th. How have tickets gone in the last week for? We've
done excellent, really well. I mean, they really have gone well, and I think we're going to, you know, we've announced Terry Flanagan and Maurice Hooker fight on there. We've announced a couple other fights, and we're doing the rest of the card. There'll be a press conference next week, and with the rest of the bill, and it's going well. It's going to be good. I think we're going to have I'll be very surprised if we don't sell out up there. It should do. And I'm delighted. I'm delighted where it is, and I'm delighted that, you know, that Terry's getting his fight through the postponement, now getting a home fight in Manchester. So he's challenging Hooker to become a 2-time world champion in his own backyard. That's great.
And I'm assuming you're going to be announcing more fights for that card in the coming week or so.
Next Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. Frank, a lot of rumours yesterday regarding BT Sport pay-per-view. A lot of internet stuff going on regarding that. Can you clarify? A lot of people speculating that Tyson Fury's fight on June the 9th will be a pay-per-view event.
Will not.
Definitely not.
No. BT have launched their pay-per-view platform, and we've been working on lots of stuff together with BT, and in due course, everybody will see what's happening. I told you, this is the process. We've had a long building process, but a lot as far as our promotion is concerned in the last 6 years. It's been a process, and now we're getting to where we want to be, and that platform is part of the process. So, as I say, in due course, we will be doing pay-per-view events, but at this stage, it certainly won't be Tyson Fury's comeback fight.
Is that due to who the opponent could be? Because Tyson Fury's return... No.
It's not a pay-per-view. June the 9th will not be a pay-per-view day.
Okay. Is there a date or a fight in mind that BT have got?
There's lots of fights in mind. There's loads of fights in mind.
When are they looking to launch that?
Well, listen. It's two words. You don't listen. Due and course.
All right, fair enough.
As soon as we know, mate. When we got an announcement, mate, you won a lot in one day. You've had a fantastic press conference. You had Tyson Fury. You're on the TV. God, Jesus Christ!
I'm trying to milk you, Frank.
Your kids out. I want one of them. I want one of them. Can I have that as well?
What about opponent-wise for Tyson?
Still working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, still working on it. I've seen some of the names. I don't know where they're getting from, but they ain't happening. We want to fight Derek Chisora again. He's already beaten him.
Can I ask you about something? Because there was a report in a newspaper that it was an alleged slip of the tongue from you that you mentioned.
What was that? What was that about?
So you said...
that's the guy from The Sun. I said a slip... Well, I've watched
a
that
newspaper,
back. What was he on about? What was he on that day? Was he on something?
Right, so I watched the press conference back.
And what did it
I
say?
watched the press conference back. And you said Tyson Fury will return on the 9th. And you said, it does appear that you said against Johnson. So people were speculating that was Kevin Johnson, who has already fought Tyson Fury.
Johnson?
Yeah, Frank, to be honest, I've watched the clip back. It does sound like you said it. Maybe you had the shampoo in your head. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
I'll have to have a look at that. I don't know right, he would be against you. I made it very clear that we had no opponent at that press conference about 10 times.
I watched it back myself because
maybe I'll have to watch
Boris
it
Johnson.
That'd be a seller, wouldn't it? Eh? I'd like to see him get bashed up.
Boris Johnson, possibly. But okay, so it's not Kevin Johnson.
No,
okay.
Absolutely not.
All right. Okay. All right. That's fair enough. I understand you've got a press conference with Billy Joe next week as well.
Yes.
Against Martin Murray. So, again, from that card, you're looking to take the card that was originally meant to be for April the 14th, basically on that card minus.
Well, we've got other stuff going on, so it's on the 23rd. The problem we had with Terry was obviously it was an ordered defence and it wasn't allowed to go past a certain date, otherwise it's gone out to purse bids again. So that's the first date we could get was the 9th, and that's dovetailed in. But we'll be talking about Bill's card and the 23rd. But it's a great show, the 23rd. Some good fights on there. A good fight lined up for Daniel Dubois as well.
Okay. Any indications? I know I keep wanting more, Frank.
You want more. So you're doing it again.
Want more.
You'll have a lot next week, won't you?
All right. Frank, did you receive the offer from Matchroom for?
Well, they got it after we wrote to
Anthony Yarde and Cam
Johnson.
Johnson.
I did get an offer. Well, I didn't get an offer. We sent it to Andy Aileen and to Tunde. But as we all know, we announced, I can't remember how long ago, it must be a good 3 months ago, that Anthony Yarde was fighting on the show at in the Billy Joe Saunders promotion. That got postponed, and he's fighting on the 23rd. I think we had a press conference for that. Yeah. So how on earth is he going to be fighting before that if he's fighting on that show? But prior to that, I got that offer, having been told I was going to get the offer at least a month ago. We got that on his last. Well, you was with him when he done it, so you know when we got the offer. So there was no urgency about that. Yeah, listen. After Anthony fights, we'll look at it. But I wrote to his manager, Joe, about 3 weeks ago, saying to him we're interested in the fight, and he's fighting on the 20th. After his next fight, let's do it, and we'd like to be looking maybe talking about that in the autumn. No one tells you that, though, do they? Because we don't do all that silly nonsense, you know, all that showboating and all that. It is what it is. Anthony is fighting on my show on the 23rd, as everybody knew beforehand, and all that silly, mischievous nonsense means nothing.
Was it suggested that they would offer Callum Johnson as an opponent for the 23rd?
No.
No. Okay.
No, it was a specific date, fighting on their show in June. I think it was June, yeah, June or July.
But something you will look at after Anthony's fought?
Well, I've already written to Joe. I've written to his manager.
Okay.
I've written to Joe Gallagher already. We've done that, I think, 3-4 weeks ago. Ask Joe. He's got my letter. Asked him. You know, it's the old mayor's procession again with a shovel going round.
Okay.
Done.
I actually saw the amount on the offer. Obviously, I'm not going to say on here. What did you think of the actual amount of that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I'm just asking what you thought of it. Whether you thought it was an insult, whether you thought it was a...
What do you think it is for a guy who's ranked number 2 in the world? Who's ranked number 2 in the world? Who's undefeated? Who, when he walks down the street, people know who he is. And with the greatest respect to Callum, who used to be with me, he walks down the street. You know, they're looking to sell Callum. They're doing their job. But I've done my job with my man. I've built him from the beginning. I've worked with me and Tunde. And more importantly, Anthony's worked very hard on what he's doing. And our agenda's not being dictated by anybody. It's being dictated about, at the end of the day, what Anthony wants to do with our advice. And I know where we're at. And where we're at and what we've done with our man is to get him into the number 2 spot. And we've worked very hard with a guy who's had very limited amateur background, but he's done well, and he's still a work in progress. And each option that arises, there'll be a decision made between all of us whether we'll take it or not. But no one's going to drive on what we're going to do. It's just, you know, whatever that offer was, the amount in it, it's like a piss in the ocean compared to what we're looking at, where we're looking to go. Simple as that.
All right, Frank, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's about it, really, mate.
All right.
Anything you think of?
Well, we're in and out of Belfast all week, so...
Yeah, good, so will I. Yeah, so looking forward to it. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show. Really looking forward to it, and involving good quality 50-50 fights.
Frank Warren, thank you very much for talking to iFull TV, and we'll definitely catch up with you soon.
Look forward to it.
Unbeaten fighters and major performance. I can't tell you how excited I am about this.